Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your tarot reading from Dontshootthetarotreader. I'm going to be pulling a quick Celtic cross. We're going to be looking at your energy. We're going to be looking at where you are and where you would like to be going, and some advice on how to get there if the cards would indicate we need to. Okay, you're working something out. It's very, very clear you're working something out. When it comes to doing tarot readings, I am not Mr. Love Reading, Mr. Relationship Reading, Mr. Career Reader. I am Mr. Soul Reader. So apply this, however, to whatever's going on in your life, but this reading we will be focusing on the self. And what I'm seeing happening is that something happened, some sort of injustice. Something did not pan the way you'd hoped, got you a little bit into doubting yourself. However, I see you overcoming that, older and wiser, so ultimately it's all for the best. Check it out. Center card, this is you, Ace of Swords. Okay? Information, Age of Aquarius. This is great. I see this as a powerful position, a crowning position. The challenge, though, is the Ace of Cups. Can you take whatever this idea is, whatever this knowledge is, and transmute it into your life into a meaningful way that will be nourishing to yourself and everyone else around you? Swords being the mind, water being what fluidity runs through the body. So you've got it up here, but can you get it down here at an emotional level? What we have behind you, below you, Knight of Swords. This is fast thinking action, taking action. Sometimes a little bit reckless with the action. Perhaps, and what I'm sensing here is you've given yourself to something a little bit too soon before seeing, all the votes come in, so to speak. And it kind of knocks you a little bit off your square. However, this is all working in your benefit. So I get you in the center, Ace of Swords, you're golden, you know it. In the past, you were sure of it too. Challenging, Ace of Cups. So what's behind you is the Justice card, but it came out in the reverse. So this tells me you might have applied your idea, you might have applied your Knight of Swords, you might have gotten ready for the party, and then suddenly the party got canceled or your ride never showed up. So it just sort of left you being like, what the heck is going on? So like I said, knocked off of your square a little bit, and you're in some feels about that. That's why the Ace of Cups is a challenge. This is what is crowning you as a Five of Cups. The 3 cups that's spilled, but you're still holding on to 2 cups. And in your mind, you're like, but I've got these 2 cups. I did all of this. So what the heck? So what this 5 of Cups, Justice reverse, is telling me, you might be in a state, 1, of you're still sort of in your feels about it, or 2, because of this Ace of Swords, that the feelings are going to subside and that you're still golden, but you might just have to kind of do some journaling, do the work to get out of whatever these Cups cards are. Also, 5 of Cups does talk about picking up the other 2 and moving forward and understanding that the universe rejection is protection, because this is you moving forward in a major arcana. So what's happening behind you wasn't working out for you anyway. It didn't have your name on it, you know what I mean? You might have been giving this Knight of Swords energy to it, but you're just burning energy off, so the universe had to be like, no, we're going to reroute you this other direction. And while initially it hurts, it's always for the best. Think of water, the ocean coming in, right? There's rocks and stuff in the way of a stream, but nevertheless, the water will always erode that rock. The river will always find a way to flow. So you are in flow even if there were some hiccups, because you're stepping out really, really powerfully. So those other 2 cups are some cups that you needed to see that perhaps you didn't know you had, or you were giving to this. Moving forward, where we get you is we get you at a 3 of cups. So again, this talks about that star card. This is those other 3 cups that were spilled, okay? They'll be filled back up. The water bearer, okay? Daughter of the firmament. In the traditional Rider-Waite, though, you know, there's the water going into the lake, so that would speak to some very, very stimulating healing in the mind, body, and emotional space, so that you can fill these 3 cups again and get back to yourself. Only you're not going to be like yourself anymore. You're going to be the new version of you. And here's where it gets really interesting, because your environment, carrying on these 3 cups, we get you at the 2 of cups. So there is love, while I'm not a love reader, there is a lot of love to be had. But where it's going to come from is you feeling abundant within yourself. I think it's very interesting that at the top we get the 5 of cups. Then we get this star bubbling coming in. And then we get 5 more cups. Only these cups are in the upright and they're very, very positive. So again, everything in the past just serving to the future. Your abundance is going to attract more to you. So if you are in that 5 of cups energy, I'm going to say sit with it, stay with it until you start feeling like this. And don't move out 1 minute before you feel like this. Don't go out and try to be the star, proclaiming, oh, I'm not bothered or whatever. Wait until you are truly not bothered and then move forward 1 step at a time. That's where the abundance comes from. That's where this comes from. Should you move too early, you'll still be in a state of desperation and lack. And that's what you would attract. Hopes and fears on a soul level, you're hoping to reconcile. That's cup number 1. That's cup number 2. That's some lemonade being made. The other thing could be, if you are in a relationship or with someone or in a career sector and some sort of injustice wasn't done, some sort of recognition wasn't given, you might not want to throw it all away. I don't know your personal situation, but this could talk about you wanting to resolve a conflict of some sort. Whether this is your own energy internally, which of course it is, because that first, then everything else. However, what the cards are saying, if something can be fixed, it seems like it can. Sometimes the 5 of cups is just the honeymoon getting over. You realize like, oh, this person's human, this situation is fallible, there's going to be mistakes, you can bank on it, rather than the rose-colored glasses. Because this guy can get going and not really see, you know, he's so excited about it's going to be like this and it's going to be like that, it's going to be that sometimes he kind of misses where he is, and sometimes he makes the actions a little bit too hasty because he didn't have an overall view. But after making those mistakes and getting one of these, you just sit here and be like, oh, okay, I see it, here's the other 2, and then you move forward shining your light because you've got these 5 cups here. It's back to happiness, it's back to things working out, it's back to differences being reconciled, and what your outcome is a Queen of Swords. So either 1, you really are walking away from something, or you've just decided this old habit, job, whatever, is not working for me, I don't feel balanced, so you're moving into something new. But either way it go, even if you are with someone or something and you're going to reconcile and just, you know, make some changes and compromise, or whether you're seriously walking away, no compromise, no changes, what the Queen of Swords says either way is you are ending it a little bit more older, a little bit wiser because of whatever it is you just walked through. She is not a mean card. Her sword is up because she's not naive. She's been tried before. So she's like, okay, we can do this, but you need to show me 1, 2, 3. She has expectations. She knows what she expects, rather than just going in rose-colored. Things can still happen, but I'm a little bit older. I'm a little bit wiser. Flattery really isn't going to get you anywhere with me. I need some substance. And that's what I'm going to be giving my energy to. This can also happen, you know, like I said, if I start a job somewhere and suddenly, you know, have you ever changed offices or done something like that, and the culture of one place where you worked is different than the other, and you're coming in with the old one and they're like, actually at this place, so we like to do it like this. That doesn't mean you say, well, I'm quitting, blah, blah, blah. You're just like, oh, okay. So you sort of change if you like the job enough. Sometimes you do say, well, I'm quitting. But if there's more positives than negatives, you just need to augment something a little bit. you're happy to do that and add it to your repertoire of skill that you'll then carry on to the next one. Nevertheless, it's still a Queen of Swords moment because you are a little bit older, a little bit wiser. I'm going to pull one advice for that Five of Cups that was crowning you, but I feel like this reading has been pretty self-explanatory. Sit through that, heal it. Yeah, Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So that tells me you were giving to something that didn't give back to you equally, or there was just sort of an imbalance. And that Five of Cups is like, you know, because Six of Pentacles in the reverse can talk about one person giving too much. It can talk about you giving but not getting anything back. A real question of your cups and why you are giving them. And that's the thing too. If you're going from a Five of Cups to a Lord of Abundance to a Two of Cups, 5 total, one is about loss, the other one is about happiness and abundance. So what shifted? The mind frame. Not the cups, but how they're being used. So this would talk about when you're doing charity, but you're doing it from a vacant space, giving to get, or if you're out of money, looking around for everyone else to support you. Upright, though, it's about you giving charity because it's the right thing to do and you can afford to do so. It's also about you having so much that you've gotten for yourself that you are happy to give, that it's not about getting anything back. It's just because it's flowing like that Three of Cups, abundance. So just take that energy, subscribe that star energy to it, and you will transmute the loss into a gain. That Queen of Swords, right? Because she's now walking around rose-colored. Whatever painful thing that was that she endured, it served to make her stronger, more abundant, and more powerful. And that is where you are going. So just turn the Six of Cups reverse into, or I'm sorry, Six of Pentacles reverse into a Six of Pentacles upright. Watch the whole situation change. If you like this reading, please like, click, and subscribe, Aquarius. And if you want to watch some other Aquarius readings I have done, they are in the tarot archive that I have linked down into the comments below. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Take care.